And we are live.
All right, welcome everybody to tonight's session of A World on Fire, where we last left off. The party was fighting Zariel. The party, for the most part, had rendezvoused. Amity, Vanya had returned to the ship with the aid of the wizard Athos, who joined into the fight as well. And after a rough fight, which claimed the life of one of the party members with a lucky critical on my part. Haha.
Oh, no.
Um, the party was eventually able to vanquish Zariel, and she disappeared, leaving behind only her sword, to which Shilk decided to attune to. And then the party started talking about what to do next. While this was happening, Rowan, who's been dead for a few sessions now, found herself on a barge in the underworld, the glooming wastes of Hades, and that she had been transformed into a strange larva worm-like creature, with a humanoid face. One that couldn't talk and just kind of made loud moaning sounds. She drew the attention of some hags that were harvesting these larvae on the shore of the River Styx, and decided she was a feisty one, and they should bring her to the Grey Lord, as she was dragged against her will past all of the other larvae who were waiting patiently in line. She found herself in a palace of granite or some other type of gray stone, and found that this Grey Lord was in the process of rebuffing the futile attempts of another creature that was trying to entertain him. And to Rowan's dismay, the Grey Lord turned out to be Amu himself.
You know, you say to Rowan's dismay, but also and Tori's. Should be tacked onto the end of that sentence.
I mean, at this point, most of their feelings go hand in hand. So, we pick back up with Rowan the Worm.
Oh god, we're starting with me, okay.
Yep. In the throne room of Amu, more widely known as the Grey Lord, and the hags are explaining to him that you are quite the feisty creature, and they're sure that he can gain some form of entertainment from you. And he says,
And I I recognize him, right?
yes.
Okay. Do I recognize him
You
before he recognizes me?
he hasn't seemed to recognize you yet.
Sick.
As he says, alright, let's see what this new whelp has to offer. And he does a hand flourish, and Rowan, you suddenly find yourself standing there as yourself. And there's like a moment of pause.
Am
As
I, do I,
Amu,
I was gonna say, do I feel like I can do the things that I can normally do?
unclear.
Okay.
Amu looks at you, and you look at him, and then he just bursts out laughing.
Of course he does. So I can imagine a little gray tumbleweed rolled between us for like a brief second.
Well, this is quite the surprise. I was not expecting to see you so soon.
Feelings mutual.
And how are you doing, Rowan?
Oh, you know, living my best worm life. How do you think I'm doing?
I can only imagine what what has caused you to find yourself here in front of me. Um, well, I suppose I wouldn't be a gracious host if I didn't extend the same welcome I've given so many before you. So, Rowan, what will you be doing for us today? How will you entertain me?
How far away from me is he?
So you're like in the center of the throne room. So like maybe like 40 feet away from him.
Okay, give me 1 second. I didn't open up my character sheet because I'm dumb. But luckily, with the new computer, it's way faster and we're open. Okay. Oh, I'm not. I guess technically my real body's unconscious, but I'm not. I'm gonna walk towards him a bit, say 10 feet. And
All
can
right.
I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll try and Misty step up towards him. But I don't know if it'll work. Because I don't know if I can
Uh,
actually do anything down here.
it does not work as you don't have your wraps.
Oh, because I'm dead. That's true. I didn't know how much came with me in this weird dead world. um, hmm. What's our light situation in the underworld?
It's well, everything seems to be various shades of gray. So hard to tell if you're in bright light or dim light at the moment. Because I
Because
mean,
everything's just gray.
I mean when you rely on dark vision, you're seeing things in shades of gray, and so now that everything is gray, it's hard to tell if you're in darkness right now, in dim light, or in bright light, because everything's just gray.
Alright, well then, I guess I can try and shadow step then, and see if that works, because then I'll know if it is dark enough.
All right. And where are you shadow stepping?
Next to him.
Okay. You attempt the shadow step, and it does not work.
Sick. Alright. Cool. Well then, folks. You know, all my parts of the circus act heavily relied on other people. I. Hmm. Hmm. Can I cross my arms and glare at him because I don't want to put on a show?
Is that what you choose to do?
Yep, I'm dead and grumpy.
Okay.
And I don't like Amu.
Amu says, he looks at you, just kind of standing there glaring at him, and he says, Rowan, don't be like that. Don't you ever want to see your friends again?
Of course I want to see my friends again, but I don't trust you. You'll make me do some stupid song and dance just to turn me back into a worm.
Well, even though that's definitely something I would do, I can assure you, when I offer hospitality to one of my guests, I mean it. And if you're able to keep me entertained, then I can help you get back to your friends.
What in the world could possibly amuse this man? What? Yeah,
Well,
what
think
do you want
about
to
what
see?
Amu has done and why he did the things he did.
He did whatever he wanted for the lulz because he's a bitch. Let's see.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. um. Well, you know, I don't really have many skills, so I will I will run up and try to fight him because that's all I do. I punch things. That is my bread and butter. And maybe fighting him will keep him entertained. Because she doesn't really do much else.
All right,
Can knit you a bonnet.
you run up to him and go to punch him. I'll say because he is sitting in his throne, you have advantage as if he was prone.
Oh, cool.
So go ahead
Do I
and
just
roll
get to
your
roll at
attack.
my regular stats? I'm not a I don't have my worm stats anymore.
That's correct.
Okay. Bonk.
All right. So you run up and you flop him right in the face, and he doesn't seem to flinch at all as your fist collides with his face, and he says, "Really, Rowan, fighting? I've I've already fought you. That's nothing new."
Sorry, I haven't changed much since the last time we met.
All right.
What do you want me to do? Knit for you?
Is that a serious offer?
I mean, if you want it to be, I do know how to knit.
All right, sure. Yeah, knit me something.
I don't actually remember who has the Weaver's tools, if it's me or if it's Vanya.
Well,
I
if
mean,
you
you're
if
dead, so you wouldn't have them on you regardless,
Yeah.
right?
That's fair. All right. Well, I can't just knit out of thin air, so I assume he gives me something.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says, "Hmm. Okay, I've got an idea."
Knit this man a sweater to get out of hell. Is this what's about to happen?
Knit him a crown, crochet.
Oh my god.
He
Knit-
stands
knit him
up
a
from
flower crown.
his
Bit of a flower crown.
Oh, flower
Yeah.
crown, that's even better.
He stands up from his throne and he says, "Follow me." And he starts walking off.
I follow, because what else am I gonna do?
Alright, cool. We'll jump back to the other half of the party.
I don't even know what we're doing.
We
A
don't
lot
even
of
know what we're doing.
discussing.
Who
Yeah,
really
we're-
knows what they're doing
We're
in
getting
D&D?
Rowan's body. Yep. I
Yes, the
convinced
party-
everyone to go.
The party was discussing what to do next.
Yeah.
While they were doing that, Shilk had attuned to Zariel's sword, the Sword of Avernus. And because of what he rolled, Shilk gains a 4th level spell that he can cast, and a quest of the sword's design. So, let me double check, make sure.
Wait, I forgot.
Right, okay.
We technically have 2 quests to do. We have the one for the angel that we asked for help from way long ago, and this.
So, Shilk, the spell that you have access to is the locate creature spell.
Okay, okay.
The quest that you are given, the Sword of Avernus, was forged to replace a different blade that was stolen from Zariel. You are tasked with finding the thief and killing them. When you use the locate creature spell given to you by this sword to try and find the thief, the range of the spell becomes anywhere on your current plane of existence.
Oh, cool. I think I'll use it now.
All right. So, are you using it to find the thief?
Yeah.
Okay. You cast the locate creature spell, and you sense where the thief is. He is far to the north.
Far. Okay, well the sword said we have to go kill somebody to the north.
Swords don't talk.
Anybody
That's
in-
That's
Is it a
true.
f-
It's not a sentient weapon, so the sword's not like telling you to do this. You just feel compelled to kill this thief.
Oh, okay. We should also make a detour to the north. There's somebody up there I need to kill.
Look to the others. Any thoughts? Again, this is a democracy. Majority vote here.
I'm gonna quickly.
I mean, I don't think there's anything else we can do here.
What do you mean? We
Looks out the
can't get
window to
Rowan's
Tiamat.
body?
I think we've done enough. I mean, I think the question really becomes, are we taking the ship north? Are we keeping the ship? Where did we land on that?
Didn't we land on we only got the ship because we needed to return it, so if we don't return it, it was all for nothing. That's what I landed on.
I think so, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But if we need to go north, how are
Why
we
do we
going to
need to
get
kill
north?
someone? When we can kill a super dragon.
Oh
Not,
my god.
not killing. Not even going to think
I
about
don't-
it.
Yeah, I don't think
I-
that's a very good
I'll-
idea.
I'll shoot a lot of things in the face. I think I finally found the line of what I will not shoot.
But you only
Yeah.
have to
Her.
shoot one face.
Come on, guys. It's fun.
It's
She's only
easy.
CR30.
We'll be
Don't-
heroes. We're
Listen,
heroes. We're heroes.
Vanya's
She's
dumb.
she's
She's
only
not
on-
stupid.
she's only on the
stupid and
same
dumb.
level as the Terras.
We can do it. I believe in us. Because imagine if we did do it, everyone would be saved. We got
I don't think we
guns
could
on
do
our
it.
ship. Shoot it with the ship guns.
Most of our guns are broken.
Only the one, I thought.
The big gun is broken. Outside of that, we have options.
I feel like she would just attack the ship, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't like our odds with that.
Yeah, you can put different.
Now, personally, I know that
Oh.
this whole mission that I've been tasked with has basically gone figuratively and literally to hell. And sort of points to the window. There's not much else I think can be done about that situation because we are, what's the word? Not capable of taking that on.
What about Rowan?
That's also the big question. What about Rowan?
I don't think we've abandoned the idea to try and collect Rowan's body first.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm fine with going north to do whatever it is Shilk feels like he needs to do. I'm fine with that. As long as we grab Rowan's body first. Again,
Yeah.
I'm really just concerned with if we give up this ship, how are we going to get north?
Because let's be completely honest. If we don't have this, we're limited in our modes of transportation by where we know we've been. If I'm going to be completely honest.
Okay, so we take the ship, grab Rowan, go find the dude, and then come back and slay a dragon. I like it.
Like as much as I'd be all for turning this in to like my order, I don't know if it's going to be used to actually do stuff. Like as much as I love the clergy, they're stubborn as fuck.
Yes, Amity and I gathered that.
Yeah, I don't like them very much.
Like, just looks up from it. Arathis, you're great and all. Some of the people are just.
But weren't we also concerned with flying dragons seeing flying ship trying to grab body?
Yeah.
Also a good point.
We'd started to think of a viable way to make that happen. That was becoming more and more of an option.
Mm-hmm. We got, as far as what I can do with the ship, I can do one more locate object. And I got a couple first level spell slots left,
What if I
which will give
put-
us like an hour of stealth.
Wait, you weren't able to locate Rowan's body, though.
No, it did not pick up anywhere near the 5-mile range that we have currently. To be fair, how far are we from the city currently, Mike? Are we far enough that like it would pick up anything along
Well,
the
you guys
wall?
have been flying close to the city until Athos told you to stop. I'd say you're within 5 miles of the city. So, assuming
far enough.
assuming Rowan's body is on the same side of the city wall as you guys are, it would pick up.
I can give it another shot. Doing the
Maybe we
locate
should-
object, see if she's really like still propped up against that wall that you left her at.
I mean, I think we should get a little closer to the city so you can hit the entire city wall at once. Before
Like a little bit of the
try it one more time.
Okay, hear
like a
me
little bit of
out.
the wall. Go ahead.
A ship-sized fog cloud.
All right,
I like it.
I'm intrigued.
That's it. That's the whole plan.
Okay.
Yeah,
As far as I
it
go.
would be
I'm
great.
for it.
It would be great if we could figure out a way. I know this is not currently possible. For some of us who are also spellcasters, to just focus a spell into the ship.
That's what I just said. A ship-sized fog cloud.
Spells can we cast into the ship again?
Conjuration.
Because I know through the batteries in the back, we can like pump healing into the ship. Anything
can
else
make-
like that, Mike?
Yeah, as
Theoretically,
far
that
as you
could be done.
know, you can cast conjuration spells because that's how you have been teleporting and shit, and divination spells, things to like the locate object and whatnot. You could also cast healing into the flesh pods, but that was more specific to the flesh pods.
Because they're literally living things.
So, in theory, doesn't really help us that much because the ship is massive, but it could help a little bit. In theory, we can dimension door the ship,
Whoa.
right?
You can teleport the ship. Like anything that I think, theoretically, Mike, anything that falls under the conjuration or divination could be done to it, right?
Within reason. Like there's certain like conjuration spells that don't make sense, like summoning creatures.
Just
like-
turn the ship into a fucking into a
I would
horse.
like to cast Conjure Elemental on the ship.
Oh, you're right. Wait. I could make it a horse. The
No.
best steed.
No,
Oh my god.
Yes.
no.
just the captain's chair becomes a saddle on this artificial horse.
We're getting so close to a solution.
What do you
We're
mean we
getting
have
so
it?
close
We turn
to a
the horse.
viable plan.
No. We turn into a horse and just ride through the demons. And since we're a ship horse, they won't notice us. Grab the body, find the man, money.
Guys, I'm pretty sure this is the conversation that they had when they were trying to figure out how to get into Troy.
And you know what? I'm glad that we have their mistake to learn from.
No. We got it. We're
Yeah.
gonna. It's fine. It'll work perfectly.
Okay. But I could dimension door the ship. I'm very serious in
All
this
right.
question.
But this is backup, okay?
Yeah, theoretically, you could do that. You could also just look to Athos. You could, teleport this thing too, right? Because would be a focus for spells.
Yeah.
What if I turn
Okay.
it into food? Sorry. I have a lot of conjuration, I'm just noticing, and it's making me really happy.
Okay,
Although I'm not gonna lie, it would be dope to give like the ship like Earth Elemental capability. That'd be fucking dope.
Why aren't we flying? You turned the ship into Earth.
we're a big rock.
It just becomes partially Earth Elemental, and you could just dive into the Earth and fucking subterranean attack.
I also have speak with animals.
Ooh, that one's perfect.
Oh god.
I can cast teleport into it tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we are capable of doing, we can't do right now. Because a lot of us are tapped.
I took a nap, so I can still dimension door at the very least.
Oh wow, let's move the ship 500 feet.
No, but I'm just saying that like if we need to move quick, like how fast does the ship move around? I've forgotten everything about this ship.
At its current power, 50 feet. Unless the helmsman uses their action to punch it, then it goes 100 feet as if it was dashing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. 50 feet, not too bad.
Yeah, but being able to then teleport us 500 feet, if we say we're trying to sneak past a big 5-headed dragon.
As a fog cloud.
As a fog cloud.
I'm so glad you said it. So sadly. So, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sick.
It's fine. Oh god, theoretically you could tree stride it too. Fuck.
You'd have to find a tree big enough.
Our other option at
Alright.
one point was just sending in Gesh as a one-man army.
That I think that was before the points out the Tiamat situation escalated.
Well,
I'd
I
go
mean,
in as a one-man army.
you can't fly.
That's what you think.
I know you swim, you can't fly.
Okay, if you get really low, I can Misty Step.
Oh my god.
At that point, I would
You
just
just wanna-
dimension door.
Well, why don't we just get close? Can you dimension door twice? You can dimension door twice.
I can dimension door twice. So yes, in theory, if we find Rowan's body and we can get within 500 feet of it, I can zip down, zip back in approximately 12 seconds.
Perfect.
The problem we come back to is sneaking past Tiamat.
Oh,
Mhm.
I can ensnaring strike.
We need a diversion.
Perfect. I will. Okay.
Can
What-
we
Now thi-
summon something? Can we convince something? Can we control something into a diversion?
The only thing I can summon is a horse.
I mean, you can have the horse run as a diversion.
I don't think she's gonna get distracted by a horse.
I mean, that's true.
I could try to summon planar ally, but I don't know if they're
What
gonna
if it
come.
was a 5-headed horse?
I like this
Oh my
idea.
God.
You're right, you're right. It could be a 5-headed horse. I don't actually know the limits of my own spell. I'm sorry. It's a lot of words.
I think your version of the spell, it has to be like an actual like
Animal thingy.
animal, like a real one. You can't
Yeah.
just like throw some extra heads on there.
Yeah, like a
Oh,
war
it's-
horse or a pony.
yeah.
A camel could distract her.
It's not like Phantom Steed, which can be basically whatever the hell you want, because it's a quasi-like pseudo horse.
Does anybody have money?
Yeah.
I could try to play her ally, and we could be like, "Hey, we'll pay you for this one, but I still owe you for the last one."
I don't have that much money.
Oh,
Hold on, let Kayla consult her notes about how much of Batham's money she still has. She had more before she paid off a Kraken that she didn't need to pay off. I can never find it in my notes, and it's so annoying that it just vanishes.
my only other idea
I doubt
was
this is gonna
offering-
work, Mike. But I'm gonna try a good old divine intervention real quick.
But
Okay.
it can't hurt.
What divine intervention are you attempting?
I'm literally just gonna roll and be like,
Well, you need
Arathis,
to-
could you
you need
please
to
help us
Tell
out?
me
with-
what you want before you roll.
I'm gonna be like, Arathis, can you help us out with this Rowan situation? We would like our friend back to a degree, or at least know where she is.
Okay. Go ahead and roll divine intervention. Nope.
That's a net. Nope.
That is the wrong end of the spectrum.
Yep.
Yep. We could offer like the prayer beads themselves and no longer have them, but that's kind of sad. They're so useful.
See, that necklace has just been so useful for you.
Oh, I'm using my.
Yeah.
It's pretty useful.
It's a good thing I don't have access to augury, because then I could just upcast that and be like, what is the state of these plans? Weal or woe?
I think
feel
they're
like-
wonderful.
I feel like everything is just has a overlying sense of woe on it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get much wheel unless it's a really good plan. Like it's just gonna be all woe.
Or else it's just gonna be like, whoa, man. Just whoa. It's gonna be a whole Keanu-sized whoa.
Yeah. That or they'll just like say, I don't know, man. I checked out a while ago.
So
Do we? So the first part of this plan, just get a little bit closer, so we can get like the rest of that wall, like the rest of the city in a locate object, right?
Yeah. Because I think that there is a reality we have to face where something has taken Rowan's body. She was just controlled by who? And it's entirely possible that once we left the body, something else came for it. It's also possible, and I know I asked this last time and I didn't write it down because I'm a dummy. Did we determine that we think it would have been able to still detect her body even through the magic canceling dome?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're right. So the first thing we should do is get closer, because if we cast it and it spans the whole city and you don't find her, then something has taken her. And
Yeah, and then we have a lead. We have a direction in which to think.
I would have, honestly, I thought the bitch would have gotten her.
yeah.
okay.
So
Step
we need,
one.
we need to break this plan down into actionable steps.
Yeah.
How much closer to the city do we need to get versus how close does that end up putting us to a big dragon?
I think at that point I'd just be like, okay, we'll put the navigation on that terminal for everybody to look at, so we can plan that out more.
How
I will delegate that to a terminal for everybody to look at.
I'm studying a map.
Map.
Can we get close enough to the city that the 5-mile spell will work and stay within
Without,
a non-threatening
without-
buffer
yeah,
zone of
put as much
Tiamat?
of this, put as much as a city between us and Tiamat.
So, it's a pretty large city.
Mm-hmm.
The city itself is several miles across.
That's right.
So you would probably, if you wanted to envelop the whole city in your 5-mile locate object, you'd probably have to get within a mile of the city. Which would definitely
Okay.
put you past Tiamat. You'd
In the
have to
da-
get past her somehow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looking at whatever Axiom has pulled up on the console, am I able to figure out where we are in relation to where I think I entered the city when they found us?
Make a survival check.
You got this.
God, why am I so bad with directions? Every time!
I mean, at least you know where north is.
No, do I?
Kayla, it's because Rowan and Vanya share one brain cell, and currently neither of them have it. That's how.
Currently Saga has it.
No. Are you
No,
sure I want to fight the dragon?
No, the one brain cell that you guys have between the two of you is in Rowan's body.
It's in
Yeah.
my dead body. Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's
Neither of us have
neither
it.
of you have access to it at the moment.
It's,
Yep.
it's finally on vacation after fucking working non-stop for this entire campaign.
Yeah.
Give it a fucking weekend.
Yeah.
The
The real reason why I truly stayed dead, Paylor was like, man, her brain needs a break.
Okay.
What if we just make a super wide berth around the city?
Does it seem like Tiamat is aware of our existence and invested in our existence?
Or does she just not give a fuck?
Currently she is focused on the city, which lies in front of her. You guys are on the outskirts of the battlefield behind her. So if she is aware of your presence, she has not shown it yet, and so you
Okay.
have no idea whether she knows you're there or whether she cares.
Okay,
Oh,
so
we're behind her. Oh, that's whew.
so we just
Hope
we
for the best.
we make our way around the circumference of the battle. Circumference is totally a word Vanya would know. Around the outside of the battle until we're kind of in a better position to start moving towards the city.
Sounds
Maybe
good.
we'll be less threatening if we're coming at her from from a place where she can see us instead of trying to be sneaky about it.
Or we could also come from the complete opposite side of the city if we could find our way over there.
That too.
Between,
But then-
have the city between us and her would lessen a chance of having anything to do with the dragon.
I think
Yeah.
that would increase it if she's focused on the city. Wouldn't she be more likely to grab interest in us if we're a ship flying over it or nearish it.
Do we
Think
have
Well,
so.
it'll also
It's probably
be
better.
a couple miles away at least.
We'd have some time to think of a new plan.
Exactly.
if-
It would definitely give us more time.
I like
Sadly, out of character, we don't have a large sign that says, "We're just passing through, please ignore us."
So big, just get one of the bed sheets, hang it out the window.
Yeah, don't mind us. Pay no attention.
I don't necessarily think that Tiamat respects those kind of rules of combat. And I'm not sure if that's something I am saying in character or out of character.
It's probably not.
But I'm gonna lean on the safe side and say not. Correct. No, Gesh, that's a really good idea. I think that we fly along the outside of the battle. And then once we're kind of in a directly across from her sort of situation, we start making our way forward. And if things start to get too hot before we can get close enough to try, then think of a new plan. But this is the best one we've got so far.
Do we say break now? Like they
Alright.
do in football.
Gonna look to the others. Do we have any conflicting opinions on the current state of this partial plan? I'll look to Athos. You good with this idea?
Well, I think there's one detail that you overlooked.
That's
Which is
I'm gonna say we've probably overlooked more than that, but what's the obvious one?
Tiamat's not exactly your only problem. In case you haven't noticed, that rift that she came through hasn't closed,
Fuck.
and more dragons are coming out of it, and have been the entire time we've been sitting here talking for like the last hour.
if we had a way to close it, we would. We
Oh
don't.
no, I'm not blaming you guys for the rift being open. I'm just telling you the skies around the city are gonna be very dragon heavy. So I totally understand the rationale of avoiding the greater threat that is Tiamat, but there's still the major threat of dozens and dozens of dragons just kind of tearing shit up in the sky right now.
Well. Okay.
I mean, what are the odds that every single dragon can just see us when we go invisible?
Pretty high, isn't it?
I mean, I think once we get close enough, they'd be able to see us, but I think we'd have a certain amount of space where they couldn't. I don't know. I don't know that much about dragons. That's not my area of expertise.
Well, if you're worried about the dragons that can see invisible things, then you really only have to worry about the bigger dragons, the adult dragons. However, they are a lot faster than this ship, and so at that point, it's less of a avoiding the dragons and more just hoping you don't cross paths with one.
Yeah.
Alright.
As
Another.
much as I hate to say this, I think before we start with this plan, we also need to create a bailout plan. What we do if we feel like we can't get close enough to the city to try and find Rowan. She wouldn't want us to all be dead because we were trying to retrieve her body. The entire reason she's even in this predicament is because she didn't want something to happen to me and to Amity and to Shilk. She wouldn't want us to throw ourselves away just to recover her body. I'm not saying we don't still go look, but I think that before we move forward, we decide right now how are we bailing if things get rough, and where are we bailing to? And decide and agree on that now, and then let Axiom deploy that if the situation arises.
I will keep in mind, I can't plane shift us right now. It would have to be one of the other casters in the group. So we'd have to decide on a place probably out of the way, but near Shilk Skull that we can like teleport to.
Amity can't teleport today either, correct?
Correct. It'll be on my list for tomorrow, though.
So what I'm hearing, because I'm pretty sure that Athos wants to go back to Vasselheim, is that we don't have a good way to bail.
Not today, at least. Not until, like, I think one of us takes a long rest.
Well, hold on 1 second. I have a mansion that I could cast so we could put in a location that we could run to. But that's a long shot.
Athos would also tell you that he can teleport you guys now that you've explained to him how teleporting on the ship works. And then he can just make a teleportation circle for himself to go back to the city afterward. He's still got an 8th slot left that he hasn't used. And he can use that to teleport the ship if necessary. Obviously, he would just have to be the one helming it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the enemy.
Which I think means, in honesty, before we start this plan, we should at least make it so that Athos can connect with the ship without having to necessarily, do that in the middle of having to get the fuck out.
Oh yeah, we should get that started right now. Yeah. Okay. So Athos, what sort of places north of here do you know? Do you know someplace north of here you can teleport us to?
There is one place I went with some people. It's this large mountain in the shape of a face called the Tears of the Father. That's to the north of here. Otherwise, anything else would have to be like across the sea. I wouldn't be able to do anything else north of here.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Because I mean, we have sensors. We have. I think we have some kind of navigation system. I'm going to be honest, don't know that much about how this ship operates. But if all we really have is a direction right now from Shilk, once we're away, we can just start going north.
All right.
In which case, before we put this plan into action, we'll get up and motion for Athos to connect with the ship so he doesn't have to do it later.
Cool. He will do that right now.
Was it a save? I'll stand nearby.
Okay.
It's a wisdom save.
All right, he's fine.
Yeah, I'm totally helping.
Alright, now you don't have to do that later. It basically just
Cool.
means that the ship will not immediately kill you. Or hurt you.
Okay.
It's not a pleasant experience when you did it when I did it.
Any of you want to reflect on traveling in a ship that can kill you? No? All right, sounds good.
Seems fine to me.
It hasn't killed us yet.
Yeah.
The times that we've died in here hasn't been the ship's fault.
Nah.
And
Also, the elder brave was actually just pretty chill.
yeah, he was all right. The ship hasn't been our biggest problem so far, honestly.
Yeah. Question: how is our diamond situation looking, by the way? Like, how are we doing on like being able to bring ourselves back if something goes wrong?
Not fantastic on my end.
Yeah, I've just got the one.
I have one raised dead diamond.
I have one Revivify diamond.
I have no diamond.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Do you guys want some diamonds?
We can have diamond.
If you can part them.
diamond?
If you can part with them.
I can pay you?
But you can't pay an angel?
That's not necessary. He will reach into his bag, and Athos will give you guys 2 300 gold diamonds and 1 500 gold diamond.
Ooh.
Okay, that's at least half the party.
How much diamond does Axiom have? Since you didn't tell us your number.
I believe he's
Again,
at 0.
Okay.
Yeah, because Axiom came out of a prison with just the clothes on his back.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I would say we
don't need to be
and-
mean about it.
Yeah, we never redistributed diamond-based wealth once we got another person that could heal.
Okay.
While we're on the subject of this, because Ambient and I are never near cities or anybody that we could ask this about. Do you happen to have any incense on you for summoning familiars? That I would also be willing to pay you for.
Yeah, we need those.
Again, not necessary. And Athos pulls out a nice dense package of incense.
Vacuum sealed with labels.
Like 90s movie depiction of a large amount of weed package. And he will give you 200 gold worth of incense.
Sadly, I
It's
don't think
like-
there's a cleric Sadly, I don't think we have time to raid a cleric supply closet.
You know, this feels like the room before the boss in video games.
Now, this is just a helpful NPC that you guys have opened up certain dialogue options, so now he's just giving you shit.
Cool, cool, cool.
We would have been happy to pay him.
Although, to be fair, there is an optional boss in the area.
I know I've been trying to convince them to go to it.
I'm going to pass.
They were all saying no. I got 3 spell slots in a dream.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't go for that optional boss. We haven't grinded enough yet.
I have 4 in a dream.
Yeah, gotta do a little more grinding to get there.
Alright, in which case, actually, we'll start moving us in the direction that Vanya specified.
It's The
Oh, so
Axiom
you're
doesn't know that he shouldn't take directional advice from Vanya yet, so...
so you're taking the helm back from
Oh.
Athos then?
Unless he wants to do the flying and then just give it to me when we do the locate object.
Period. Get into it, y'all.
All right.
Again, it's up to him.
Oh, God.
I mean, he's the GTFO guy right now, so probably better
Yeah.
to have him in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I concur.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Athos.
I'll basically be his right hand, sort of telling him how to steer and drive this thing. Just be like, okay, put the clutch down and shift.
What the hell are you talking about? I just think go this way and the ship goes this way.
It was a joke about
what's a
having
clutch?
about to.
I have so many questions.
So do we.
Yeah.
All right. So, the completely visible and out in the open Sword of Akatosh starts making its way off to one side of the city to try and circumvent Tiamat.
Fog cloud? Eh?
Constantly double checking the map to make sure that we're going in the right directions.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are going. And Athos is like, didn't you guys say there was something about like a stealth system with this thing?
Yeah, I will inform him about the stealth system and how it works.
All right. Now, I'm fairly certain it's hard to keep track of because it's been several weeks that this day has been happening in. Have you guys already used the stealth system today? I thought you did.
No, we were going to, but then we didn't. I remember it being
Yeah,
as a part of a
We
plan.
didn't, and then
Um,
we didn't end up using it because everything that has
yeah, because then
run
we got
into
plane
it.
shifted.
Okay.
We had talked about it last week, and we were going to do it, but I think we held off. So
Yeah.
I believe
Ended
that's
up
where we're
failing.
at.
Okay.
Yeah, because it ended up the Zariel was faster than the fucking ship.
Yes, he is quite fast. Okay. So then, realizing that, Athos will spend one of his 6th level spell slots in order to make the ship invisible for the next 6 hours.
Yeah.
Alright. So, now that the ship is invisible, this is going to be at least possible. So, over the next few hours, the ship skirts along the edge of the battle. Now, are you guys going just to like the western edge of the battlefield to be kind of like kitty corner with Tiamat, or are you going all the way to the north end of the battlefield so that you are completely opposite her?
I know we had said completely opposite, but if we only have like 6 hours of invisibility, I think maybe just going kitty corner is sufficient.
I agree.
Okay.
Unless anybody thinks that's a bad idea.
Yeah, save some time. It's fair.
All right. So then, I will roll for Athos to see how he does as the ship turns and starts heading towards the city through the dragon-infested skyway.
You know, I have my first levels left. I will bless him.
Okay. That doesn't exactly help here because it's an ability check.
Actually,
But
you know what?
if it
We'll do.
if it comes up,
We'll just stick to guidance. I'll
okay.
just be guidance. We'll just be giving him
Alright.
straight guidance the entire time.
Okay. So then I will make a check for him. Pretty good. Pretty good. Why did I GM roll that? Okay. Anyway, the D4 was a 1. I think just out of habit, I rolled it so that only I could see it.
That's fair.
You ain't dropping no weight.
He's telling the truth. It's a 1.
Yes, thank you, Josh. So the total is 25. Now, let me check something real quick.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. It was actually a 16. He rolled a 16 on a 1d4.
Ha 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 ha. Okay. So, the ship starts making its way towards the city, silently moving around the dragons. You can see them cutting across the dashboard, dragons of various sizes. As you get closer to the city, you find larger dragons who are currently engaged in aerial combat with their metallic counterparts, as well as various angelic beings here to protect the city. And Athos does his best in order to fly around these conflicts. And you can see as you get closer to the city, the walls of the city have succumbed into complete chaos as in addition to the demon hordes making their way over the walls of the city and fighting the uh, haggard defenders of Vasselheim. You can also see areas where through destruction holes have wrought the walls of the Vasselheim, and there are hordes of undead starting to make their way into the city as well. And Athos says, I don't know how much closer we're going to be able to get to the city. If you're going to do your thing, now's the time.
All right. Sit down. Get the locate object going.
All right, and what object are you targeting?
Roland's body.
All right. And as
Wait.
you target,
Unless you have a better idea for me
Try
to,
to
unless you have a better object for me to target.
try to find her wraps, the wraps that she was wearing.
The wraps. All right.
Maybe trying to find those will be easier than trying to find her body.
What if whatever has found her has taken them off, though?
Oh, you're right. No, try to find her body.
All right. Body it is then.
okay. As you target Rowan's body and cast your locate object spell, You sense nothing.
Fuck.
Nothing in the entire 5 mile range of the ship sensors.
I'm about to say, damn, only 5 feet? What the fuck's wrong with this ship?
It's a shitty spell.
Be like, can I feel her if I spread out my arms and spin? No, fuck, guys, she's missing.
I mean, Vanya's already played that game, so... and lost.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what's the plan now?
Well, before we sit here and debate, we should actually get out of a bad situation, so we need to go away from here. And then we need to consider our next plan.
We just go back to the outskirts of the conflict? Where do you think we should go?
Also, Mike, just looking outside the window, what temples on the way in looked like they were still standing?
Well, you can see that the temples themselves are still there, as they are kind of like the main like strongholds to like repel the various attacking forces coming into the city. None of the temples have fallen as of this moment.
Okay. So we're effectively in the city at this point. Good to know. All right.
Well, overlooking the city.
I assume getting in would be an even harder ordeal. Good to know. Okay, so I will, of course, inform them that now haven't detected her body. Which gives us a direction to think, at least.
What do you mean?
Well, if her body is not detectable, then that potentially means that she's not here. As far as my logic would concern me.
Body's not here, it's not here. There's nothing we can do about that. There's no reason to drag out leaving. I wouldn't be surprised if something took her. Someone took her. Why else would Amity's spell have not worked? Something wanted her. I don't think we need to spend any more time looking. I think we need to get ourselves to some form of safety. And then I guess go find what Shilk needs.
I need death.
Alright,
Fair.
done. Into it.
Apparently.
So we're charging the dragon then?
No, not
Different
that kind of death.
Oh,
Different death.
We want to bring death onto a creature that is not Tiamat.
Guys,
She
I
can
don't
hear
think
me.
Saga came back quite right.
I don't think she did. She came back with a vengeance, that's for sure.
Or a death wish.
One of the other.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
gonna look at Athos real quick. You said you could do like a teleportation circle, right?
Yes.
So if we didn't erase it, like, could we just make that permanent here?
Well, I mean, casting the spell, the circle disappears after I cast it. I would have to cast the spell in the same place every day for a year to make it a permanent circle. That's how the spell works.
All right. Well,
Can we
I'm gonna
make a
look at him.
decision quick here? There's a lot of flame and other elemental breath being thrown everywhere.
So
And
I
I'm
said
just
we
getting...
need to get out of here before we sit here and think up another plan.
Yeah, so
All
let's
right.
leave.
That was like one of the
All
first
right.
things I said.
All right.
Nobody
Let's go.
listened.
I'm gonna.
Well, it dissolved into a whole conversation because I said, should we just teleport away now, or should we back up to the edge of the fighting, and then we ended
We
up in
don't
a
have
circle.
enough invisibility to back up to the edge of the fighting.
Then
It's...
I think you should just teleport us now.
All right, get out of the
Getting
way,
up.
Axiom.
Getting up. Getting up and letting him do his thing.
All right, Athos takes the helm once again and casts his teleport spell at 8th level. And you all feel the familiar sucking sensation as you all stop existing in one point in space and are taken to another point in space. And then we will jump back to Rowan, if Dory's still awake. All right, I guess we're not jumping back to Rowan.
I'm sorry, my my dog came in the room and I was wondering what she wanted. What's up? We jumping to
Okay.
me.
Yes, jumping to Rowan.
Like, literally been sitting here waiting, and the 1 second I take off my goddamn headphones, Mike's like, "Hey, Tori, what's going on?"
Classic.
Jeez,
Okay. So, Rowan,
Mike.
you follow Amu through the bland halls of his palace, and out into the gray fields of this land. And you follow him for a while. Weirdly, he seems silent. However, you're taking solace in that because you hate the sound of his voice. And you guys travel 4 ways before you're standing on the edge of a pit. And he says,
Oh God.
so, seeing how you don't have any of your worldly attachments here in the underworld, you're going to need some new tools if you're going to knit me something.
hmm
And I know just tools. Down in this pit, you will find such a set of tools that are perfect for a gift just for me.
What else am I gonna find in that hole?
I don't know, I've never been down there before.
Oh. How far down is it?
Farther than your dark vision can see.
Um, am I still able to cast my dancing lights down here? Dead? In the other world?
Do you attempt to?
Oh, what else? What do I have to lose, really? Yeah, sure.
Then yes. You are able to cast your dancing light.
Alright, well then I'll send them into the hole. Do I get to the bottom? Am I able to see the bottom?
After about 100 feet, the dancing lights disappear.
Sick. Wow. I don't know how much damage I can. I'm already dead. Do I still have a health pool if I'm dead?
Great question.
Or do I just? How does this work?
Only one way to find out.
I just hit the bottom, and if I've taken too much damage, I just turn back into a worm.
You have no idea.
Oh God. Um. Do you know how I'm supposed to get down there? Do you want me to just jump?
I mean, that's kind of your thing, right? Is just jumping headfirst into things and surviving somehow.
Okay, well, normally it's not just me. I normally jump in and then the people behind me pick me up. But okay, well, jump
Well, if
into
you
the
want
hole.
me to, I
Oh.
can pick you up.
Why do I not like that at all? Can I die if I'm already dead down here?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
It Amu. Useless.
He just grins at you.
I'm really tempted to try and push him into the hole first. But I don't think I could. I guess I should click these off. I don't have them anymore. All right. Well, I mean, I guess I'll jump in. Because what else am I gonna do? I guess eventually when I see the bottom, I'll try and shadow step to the ground so I don't break my neck or my legs and just die again, though I'm dead.
Okay.
Because I don't think my slow fall is gonna save me from how far I'm about to fall.
All right. So, as you jump into the pit of darkness, go ahead and just make an acrobatics check for me.
Oh, at least those are. All right, don't fail me now. Whew. That's a 12.
So, you find yourself falling about 100 feet, and then you suddenly hit ground. Would you like to use your slow fall to reduce the damage?
I don't see the ground coming up. It just is there all of a sudden.
Yep,
Cool. Wow, it's dark down here then. Okay.
it sure is.
I mean, yeah. Oh God, where is that? I put it really far down because I don't use it all that often. That's deflect Mitchell's. There it is. 65.
Okay. Yeah. As the most I can roll on 10d6 is 60. You
Oh,
take
okay,
no
we're good.
damage.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's surprising.
So yeah, you don't take any damage. And you take a look around, and you're standing on what kind of looks like a plateau, about like a round plateau, about 30 feet in 30-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's not really anything else on this plateau, though.
What am I standing on? What's this plateau made of?
Earth. The same gray dirt that you were standing on up above.
Cool. And how far out around can I see from me?
Like 30 feet.
I mean, it's just nothing.
That's correct. Just 30 feet out into darkness that you can't see through for some reason.
Yeah, I hate to see that. Can I use my dancing lights again?
Sure. As soon as you try to cast dancing lights, the lights are immediately dispelled.
Wonderful.
You get the sense this is advanced darkness.
Extreme darkness. Okay. I'll walk up to the advanced darkness.
All right. You walk up to the edge of the plateau, and as you look down, you realize you're not standing on a plateau. You're standing on a floating earth moat, just suspended in the air in the middle of this field of darkness.
So, like, if I take one foot off and sort of it, like, hangs down into nothing?
That's correct.
Oh. Okay. Do I see any other floating earth moats around? Or just this one? I'm on.
You think just at the edge of your vision, you can see another one about 30 feet below you, below the earth moat that you're currently standing on.
Is it dark enough for me to shadow step down here?
Do you try to shadow step?
I mean, sure.
All right. So you're 100 feet down, and you're going another 30 feet down.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like,
As
there's
you-
nothing else around me, right? Like, that's the only other thing I see in this darkness is just the platform
Yes,
30 feet below me. Okay.
in your 30 feet of limited dark vision.
Yeah, okay. And I don't have better dark vision, so... Or, well,
Alright.
yeah.
All right. So, as you become one with the darkness, the shadow step down below,
Oh, no.
you are assailed with the screaming of forgotten spirits, writhing in pain, and you take 27 points of psychic damage.
Okay, so do I have my health pool again? Like, am I
Yeah.
back to 138? Because I still am at 0 from when I died.
You are back up to 138.
Oh, okay. Minus, what did you say? Minus 27?
Minus 27.
Okay. Oh, 111. Look at me go. Did I make it to the platform?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
your shadow step was successful. It was just a little bumpier than you're used to.
There were some extra friends along the way that normally aren't there?
Sure.
Okay, that was awful. If I look around and down, do I see another one? Or has anything changed on this platform from the one I was on above?
So, you look around, and you can see that not down, but kind of laterally across from you, about 20 feet away, you see another floating chunk of earth. This one looks a bit not the same kind of like floating island earth moat that the one you're standing on and the one above were. This one looks more almost like a floating column of worked stone.
And that's the only other thing I see.
That is correct.
Alright, I guess I will run and try and jump to that one.
Okay. What is your strength score?
9!
All right. It is 20 feet away from you.
Uh-huh. Do I get the
Anything-
30-foot running jump?
Yeah, so that gets you your full 9.
God. I have nothing. I can't. If I just keep shadow stepping, I'm just gonna die before I get anywhere.
You could use your Step of the Wind ability to triple your jump distance.
Oh, that does do that. I forgot. I haven't had to do that in a very long
Oh wait,
time.
no, I'm thinking of the jump spell.
I was gonna
Step
say,
of
I
the
thought
Wind
just
just
gives me-
doubles it. Yeah. It
Like-
Step of the Wind doubles your jump distance. The jump spell triples it.
So that gets me to 18,
Yes,
and it's how far away?
20 feet.
Yeah, of course. Wow! All I needed was to just have a solid 10 to just be average, and I'd be fine. Oh my god.
So,
I'm 2 feet short?
yep. So if you would like to extend your jump distance further, you can make an athletics check.
Oh. Well. Wow. I guess if I miss, I just can shadow step as a backup. So, yeah, I'll try. I will try the athletics check. Oh, please. No.
All right. You run across the earth moat towards this pillar, and kick off, fueling as much ki into your body as possible to send yourself as far as possible. And you reach out, fully extending yourself to try and get as much further distance as possible. However, your form is not the greatest, and
No.
you find yourself instead diving deeper into the darkness away from the pillar.
Am I able to shadow step on top of the pillar as I'm falling?
So, not really, because you would have used your bonus action in order to Step of the Wind.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's not just like any time you take the dash action. It's specifically as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, no. You cannot shadow step to the top of the pillar. So you are missing the floating pillar, and now descending down into the darkness.
Sick.
Yeah.
God, all because
So-
I have a 9 to strength. Oh, that's so depressing. All right, continue.
However, as you fall deeper into the darkness, you find yourself quickly coming up on another floating pillar. This one horizontal, so the round end is completely facing you. It's perpendicular to the direction you are falling, and you can make an acrobatics check to try and land on this pillar if you like.
Okay, well, here we go. Much better.
Okay, you are able
One-
to land on the pillar, and
One of
then
these things is not like the other
uh,
things.
you can also use your slow fall to reduce any damage that you would have taken from
Mhm.
your fall. All right. And as you land on the pillar reacts to the sudden shift in weight, and it starts to rotate. And you can see another earth moat at the edge of your distance, 30 feet away, kind of down a bit, like 30 feet below you and like 15 feet away laterally.
I mean, I got nowhere else to go, so I guess we're going to that one.
All right. This time, because it's 15 feet away, if you spend another key point, you can step to the wind and easily get there.
Did I, when I died, the key points I was at is what I had when I got down here.
You are at full key points.
I'm at full, okay, well, technically not now. Technically,
Right.
I'm at 11. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
All right.
so I do that.
Yep, you do that, and you land on this new Earth moat. And you can see that this Earth moat is, now that you're standing on it, it seems to have fractured at some point, and so you're standing on like half of the Earth moat, which is standing upright, and then the second half of the Earth moat has broken off and is kind of floating, kind of almost like it's orbiting the larger chunk that you're standing on.
Okay. Do I see another one to jump to?
As you look around, you do not see any other Earth moats.
Do I see anything in the darkness that's just around me, not below me? Or I guess also below me? Do I see anything else that's, not an earth moat?
Make a perception check.
Oh, wow. I am.
You do not notice anything.
If it's not acrobatics, I just can't roll it. Oh, God. I should have just done a parkour show for Amu. I would have nailed it. Would have been the best damn parkour you've ever seen. Wow. Okay. Well. I mean, I don't have anywhere else to go but down, I guess. So I guess I'll jump.
All right. You jump, and you fall about 60 feet before landing on another hard surface. This one, however, it's not Earth. At first, you didn't notice it because it's not as like pale gray as the rest of the Earth has been. The ground here seems to be almost solid black, like obsidian stone. However, now that you're standing on it, you can see that it's a bit more porous than obsidian, and so it's also very kind of loose and uneven footing, almost like you're standing on slate. If that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is there anything around me down here? Also, wait, hang on. Have I reached the bottom?
As you look around, you don't see any edges. So, one would believe they've reached the bottom. You're not for sure, though.
Okay, I guess I'll pick a direction and just walk in it and see if I reach an edge. Or
Alright.
a wall, or something.
Yeah. You pick a direction and start walking.
Out of curiosity, what happens if I go invisible down here? I want to know.
Okay.
If I can. Anyways, I guess let's start with that. Can I go invisible? I will try to. And then let's see what happens when I do. Or if I do.
Okay. So, you go invisible, and as soon as you go invisible, it's almost like the opposite feeling you normally get when you go invisible. When you go invisible, you always have like this overcoming feeling of safety, of being unnoticed. As you go invisible now, it's almost as if uh you are suddenly being watched by everything in your immediate vicinity. You don't you don't notice any creatures surrounding you. However, you just have this feeling of being watched, and it's by a lot of things.
I don't like. I go back.
Okay, you
I
go
don't want
back.
to be Frodo with the ring.
The feeling of being watched subsides, except you do feel like a little inkling in the back of your mind that your presence has been made known to something.
Oops. All right. Well, I guess I'll try and be sneaky beaky then as I move around down here.
All right, go ahead, roll stealth. I'll say roll this at disadvantage because of the rough terrain that you're on is actually quite noisy as you step on this kind of brittle stone
Like walking on
floor.
leaves. All right.
Kinda.
Woohoo! 25.
More like
It was
walking
a
on
natural.
eggshells.
Big
Ooh, that sucks.
sad.
That sucks.
Oh well, it's all right. I'll still take
Yeah.
a 25. That's still not bad.
Yeah. So, you continue walking, and as you're walking, you feel something on your foot. A kind of resistance as you take a step up, as something sticky has coated the bottom of your shoe. And as you kind of look down, it's hard to tell, but you can definitely see that there is a a form of texture overlaying this kind of porous stone that you're standing on. It doesn't have any color to it, because just like the rest of this plane, everything is a shade of gray, but it is dark and it is shiny and sticky.
Is it like moving or just sticky?
It's pooling. It's like a liquid, a sticky liquid, and you just stepped on the edge of the pool.
Can I go around the pool?
Sure.
I do that. I go around the pool. I back out of the pool and then go around the pool.
Mm-hmm. You back out and go around the pool as the pool just seems to like it's not like a pool of water where it's like contained in like a depression in the ground. It's like a liquid that is kind of pooled following the contours of the ground to get where you found it, and you follow the pool in its strange amorphous form the direction that it flowed from. Holy crap, I can't talk. And at the very edge of your vision, which you didn't realize this before because of all the black stone, but your lower dark vision of 30 feet has lowered even further, so now you can only see about 10 feet in front of your face. You see at the very edge of your 10-foot vision a large mass of bleeding flesh.
I don't like it. It's just like it's just flesh. Like there's nothing else to it.
Make a perception check.
Gross, 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 gross.
All right, as you look closer, it looks like the flesh it seems to be kind of like almost like this flesh belonged to a creature with an exoskeleton, that the exoskeleton has been ripped off of the flesh, and as you kind of like follow this mound of flesh, you can see sections of the flesh that are still covered with this dark shiny chitinous shell.
Okay. And I can't get around it.
Do you go to walk around it?
Yeah. I'm not trying to
Okay.
walk through it.
All right.
And I assume that's the only direction I can go, right? It's either back where I came or through this thing.
Or to another direction in this kind of black void of inky darkness.
Okay, I mean that's fair. I guess I will. Yeah, I'll skirt around it and see what happens behind it. I guess.
All right. You continue to follow this large mass of flesh, various pockets of it covered with this chitinous shell. You also notice that this large mass at various sections along it seems to protrude long razor sharp limbs, almost like this is like the body of a giant centipede or something.
Ew, I hate centipedes. Continue.
And you eventually find the tail of this strange creature, its large mass ending in a barbed two-pronged tail that in itself seems to be secreting some kind of venomous poison. And you
Cool.
go around it and start making your way around the other side of this large mass. And then you hear ahead of you a mumbling sound.
Like talking, mumbling,
Kinda.
or like psychotic rambling, mumbling.
Yes.
Sick. I'll move very slowly toward the mumbling. Very slowly.
Alright. You walk very slowly
And very sneaky.
and very sneaky, exactly, with your 25 stealth. And as you follow this large mound of flesh once again, this time on the other side of it, suddenly coming into your 10-foot dark vision view, you see a figure hunched over, almost completely nude except for a loincloth. And they seem to be doing something to the side of this large mound of flesh at a section where the kind of chitinous shell has is still covering the body. Covering the flesh, I mean.
Tell what they're doing?
You cannot, not from this angle.
Do they like have anything other than their loincloth? I guess. Do I see anything else around them? Tools, perchance?
Do you get closer?
Oh god, I really don't want to, but I mean, sure.
All right. You get closer, and see a second figure next to this first figure, also fully nude except for a loincloth, also with its back to you. Except this is a smaller figure, about the size of a halfling, and it seems to be kind of hunched over as well, seemingly doing the same thing as the first one is to the side of this large amorphous giant centipede with the chitinous shell.
Sick. Do either of them look like they have anything in their hands?
Well, you can't see their hands because they have their backs to you. as
Oh,
they're
okay.
facing this large dead creature.
And there's just two?
Just the two that you can see. Yep.
If I keep shuffling along past them, do I find more people?
Is that what you do?
Yeah, sure.
You shuffle past them, and you don't see any more people. However, as you are shuffling past them, go ahead and make another perception check. All right, much better. You see a glint out of the corner of your eye, some kind of unknown light source that seems to exist in this pervasive darkness void. And you can see past these two figures on the body of this large creature, where the chitinous plates meet the flesh, there is a strange silver thread connecting the plates to the flesh. And
Uh-huh.
you can see the thread working its way along the flesh back towards where these two figures are sitting hunched over next to this giant centipede body.
Sick. Oh man, okay. Well, thread is a good start, I guess, for someone who's trying to find some knitting shit, so I guess I'll try and sneak closer to see what they're doing. I hate it here. Oh my god.
You sneak closer to see what they're doing, and you, because they're hunched over, you still can't get an angle on them. However, if you kind of like shimmy up next to the body of this large dead centipede, you might be able to get an angle on them, if that's all right with you.
I hate everything about this, but yeah, I'll shimmy up next to the creepy centipede.
All right, you shimmy up next to the creepy centipede, and now you're able to see for the first time the front of these creatures, and you can see that they continue to look humanoid in the front, except when you get to their heads, you can see both of these creatures, their faces are just gone. Just a single blank sheet of flesh where their face should be.
My Mike.
And they are.
You read at night. Get a better hobby. Get a happier hobby.
You can see that they are currently working these large needles, sewing the chitinous plates back into the flesh of this large centipede creature, using the silver thread that just seems to come off of these large needles.
So other than the needles that they have in their creepy, creepy hands, are there any other needles anywhere that I can see?
Nope.
Cool. Wow. I hate this so much. So they still haven't noticed me, right? Well, I guess they don't have faces. I don't know if they can even see, but
They also don't have ears. So, if that helps, they can't hear you either.
you know, in the game it helps, but me personally, as Tori the human being, that does not help me. Okay. I hate this so much. Okay. So if I try and like, is all this like weird silvery thread like all attached like from like wherever I saw it originally all the way back to these people? Like if I try and take it from somewhere else, they'll
It's-
probably feel me pulling on it.
I mean, it's not like one long thread, if that's what you're asking. Like it's every time they kind of like finish like a stitch, like a new piece of silvery thread comes off of these needles.
Oh, it's the needles making the thread. Okay, dope. So I just need to get the needles. Okay, cool. I thought I was gonna have to farm centipede thread. I was like, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. Okay. Well, this is not gonna be great. So you said there's like a halfling-sized one and then like a regular-sized, like human-sized one.
That is correct.
Oh, sorry, shortstop. Okay. I will try and sneak up next to the small halfling-sized one, and I'm going to try and steal the needle
Okay.
right out of its hands.
As the creature is blind, among other conditions, you have advantage on your sleight of hand check to steal the needles from it.
I fail this from someone who has no face and no ear. I'll be really depressed. Oh, thank God. Okay.
All right. You steal the needles from the creature.
Uh-huh.
And the creature continues to work as if he still had the needles for a few seconds
Oh, I was gonna say,
until
shit.
it realizes, and then you just hear like a deep moaning coming from it. You're unsure how it's making the sound as it doesn't have any orifices to make the sound from, yet you hear the deep moaning nonetheless as you just turn and book it and run.
Yep. I'm like, nope. I don't.
All right. And you run and you run. How long do you run for?
I try and get back to where I started when I hit the ground here. I don't know if I have that good of a sense of direction.
Go
But-
ahead and make a survival check at disadvantage.
I'm like trying to remember everything Vanya's ever done when it comes to like directions, and I'm like, oh, this isn't
don't
good.
do that.
I know,
That
but I am trusting in my friend. Oh no. Oh
Just
my God, survival.
all the mistakes that Vanya has made. Don't do those.
Yeah, just do the opposite. Nope.
Easier said than done.
the brain cell is
Mhm.
wherever your body is. We don't get to have it anymore.
I know exactly. That's brilliant.
Alright.
Honestly, I perfectly channeled Vanya. Let's be real here.
You very quickly find yourself lost in this black void on
Lost
these
AF.
strange porous stones that all look the same. And as you kind of like start looking to see if there's any like stones that look specific enough for you to remember how to get back, that's when you realize that you're not standing on stones, you're standing on bones.
Oh, that tracks. Wait, like this whole time I've been standing on bones, or now all of a sudden?
This entire time you've been walking on bones. These strange, porous, shale-like rocks are actually the shattered remains of an unknown amount of creatures that have all died.
Awesome. I'm just gonna sort of. So, other than the creepy bone floor I'm standing on, do I see anything else around me where I am now?
Make a perception check.
I see abs. Oh my God! What is happening? Why can't I roll? Oh my god.
All right.
Guys, I'm so talented.
You hear the moaning off in the distance, but you don't see anything. And as you're kind of spinning around trying to find out which way to look, suddenly you find yourself face to face with a humanoid-shaped creature that it looks almost like the embodiment of shadow. Its like skin is as black as the darkness around you. And it almost looks like the darkness is just kind of like pouring off of his skin like ink. Its entire body is just this kind of like sheet of darkness, except for two impossibly round white eyes staring right back at you.
Nope.
Is it aggressive towards me?
You hear a voice in your
No.
mind
No.
say, "Have you come to embrace the void?"
Fuck off! Oh god. I'm just clutching my little sewing needles. Forgot about those.
Yep, you still have them.
No. I came for a visit and now I want to leave.
Only those who embrace the void may have the power to leave.
To leave the hole?
To leave the void.
Okay. Okay then, yes. Rowan in her head is like, you know, Amu, if ever there was a time to be the backup and pull me out, it would be now. I
If you embrace the void, then strike me.
guess if the void asks you to punch it, you punch it, so I punch the void.
Okay. You punch the void.
I
And it's...
stab the void with a sewing needle instead.
Sure, yeah, you can do that too.
Alright, cool. I stab the void with a sewing needle.
Alright, you stab the void with a sewing needle, and this inky sheet that seems to cover this vague humanoid shape just seems to explode, and then it starts to coat your entire body.
I should have come.
And as the inkiness covers your face and your eyes, everything around you turns black. And that seems like a good place to take our 10-minute break.
I hate this place. It's everything I fear in life. Creepy bugs and darkness.
So
Be glad he's not
break.
hitting you with that exhaustion.
Let Joe take us to break.
So I'm going to send us to break, and we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. So we'll see you in a few. We are back.
Okay. So, Rowan,
Yeah.
you find yourself waking up as Amu is standing over you, kind of nudging you with his foot. And he says, "Is this how people die in the underworld? Are, is are you dying again?"
Do I remember what happened after I embraced the void?
You remember everything up into your vision going dark.
Do I still have my knitting needles?
You are still clutching the knitting needles in your hand.
I'm just laying on the ground, you said?
You are laying on something.
What am I what am I laying on?
As you look around, you are lying on the gray earth at the edge of the pit leading down into the void.
Backing away from the edge of the pit. like like on my butt, just like scrambling backwards.
So are you gonna like jump in or what?
What?
You said you were gonna jump in, and then you tripped and fell, and then you just woke up. Are you gonna go down there or what?
You like look in my hand and like touch the needles and they're real, right?
They are real.
I went in there. Okay, cool. I just like hold out the knitting needles to him and I'm like, well, I guess actually technically you don't need these. I need these, but I can we go?
Oh shit. That's creepy.
And can we go?
Yeah, sure, let's go. We got one more stop to make.
I like look back at the creepy pit one more time. Do I feel any different after embracing the void?
Well, as you're weirded out by the whole situation, it's hard to tell. Uh,
Vibe check.
however, as you look back into the pit to the void, there is kind of like a weird sense of longing, as if you want to jump back in.
Yeah, I run after Amu. And I do not look back at the pit.
Yeah. All right. So, you and Amu walk for a while again, and eventually you make it back to the palace, and he leads you into a garden in the back of the palace. All of the plants and flowers within the garden are various shades of dull gray, kind of taking the luster out of the plant life. And he leads you to a clearing in the garden where a small stone-lined pool that cuts through the garden kind of opens up into a circular pool where there is a bench to sit at the edge of the pool. And he says, "This is a tributary from the River Styx. I'd like you to use those needles to make me something out of the water."
I'm sorry, what?
I want you to take those needles you just got and weave the River Styx into a garment for me. And he says it like an asshole, like he's over like simplifying it, like he's talking to a child.
Temptation to stab him with the knitting needles intensifies. I just like look at him like he's stupid too, and I'm just like, it's. Do you want me to weave water?
Well, I mean, technically, the river Styx isn't actually water.
Okay, apologies. You want me to weave liquid?
Well, once again, it's not really liquid either. It's more of just like a manifestation of lost souls.
You want me to weave souls?
Yep.
You want me to knit you a sweater of lost souls?
A sweater or a cape or a robe, I don't know. Something. Something cool. Something
I'm gonna
that
knit him the ugliest fucking sweater.
something that solidifies my position as the Grey Lord, ruler over the glooms of Hades.
Okay. Aren't there consequences to touching the river?
Well, don't touch the river with your hands, touch it with the needles. Have you ever used chopsticks?
You know that sometimes when you're weaving, you actually, normally the way you hold the. Okay, clearly you've never done this before. Never mind. Okay.
If I have done it before, I wouldn't need you to do it.
I. This isn't like eating. I need to. Do you not like have something that I can just like wear on my hands to protect me from the river? Oh, Grey Lord. Do you not have anything useful?
Well, let me see. And he walks over to one of the trees. And he looks at you. He looks at the tree. And he just breaks off a branch of the tree and kind of smashes it together in his hands. Splinters going flying in every direction. And as he pulls his hands apart, you see he is holding a pair of wooden hands.
What the
Here, put these on. And he tosses you the gray wooden hands.
Are they hollow?
You can see there's like a hole in like the wrist that you could try to squeeze your hand into.
I just look at him while I'm holding these hands and I'm just like. I hold up my own hand, I hold up the wooden hand, and I'm just like, I have hands. I can't replace my. Try and stick my hand in the fucking.
Look, I can't do fucking everything. Just figure it out.
Well, clearly not if you can't even knit yourself anything. Try and stick my hand in the stupid wooden hand.
Alright, you stick your hand in the stupid wooden hand and find that the wood is weirdly malleable and contorts to your hand, and it's like you have a second skin of wood covering your hands.
So then what's it called?
Okay, well, I equip both of my wood hands, I guess.
Yes.
Nestor, what is your roommate talking about?
Deny all of it.
Talking about some kind of party. So, if I get anything from the river on my hands, this should keep me from the consequences.
Yeah.
Do I believe him? This son of a bitch.
Make an insight check. Let me just bring up his character sheet.
Oh no.
Good, good. Cool. Because it's funny, I'm just gonna roll this in the chat so that everybody can. Oh, hold on. Shouldn't have advantage. All right,
Oh
there we go. No, why did it not click normal? I clicked on normal. There we go. All right.
To click on it gently.
Hey, look at that.
What is this horseshit?
See, this is when you were channeling Vanya. It's when you're insight checking deities that she's useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Oh my god. This is so fucking stupid. Why are there so many ones?
That is a lot of ones.
This has been a lot of ones. In this many rolls, it's a lot of ones. We have a really high average right now, Mike. Oh my lord.
I do
okay.
like though. The reason I did that was purely for the chance that I roll a 1 and it doesn't matter anyway. And
Yeah.
sure enough, I rolled a 1 and it didn't matter anyway.
I just look at him and I'm just like, if something happens, I'm telling your dad.
Ooh.
Yes, I know, very scary. I go and try and knit the fucking river stick.
All right. So, I'm gonna toss this up to the party. What do you guys think? Weaving souls. What stat would that use? 'Cause I'm kind of feeling like charisma.
I'm kind of feeling charisma, more of like a coercion.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah, I'm thinking
convince
charisma as
souls
well.
to become a
Yeah.
scarf, so
Yeah.
because I'm knitting this man an infinity scarf, just so you know.
Or
Infinity
constitution.
scarf? Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
keep
getting an
from,
infinity scarf.
All right, cool.
Constitution to keep from going insane. I guess that would be more wisdom, but
Cool. Then yeah. Go ahead and make a charisma check. That you can add your proficiency modifier to. So if you have a charisma based skills that you're just like normal proficient in, you can roll that instead.
I do deception,
Hey, there you go.
which is hilarious as I'm telling these souls like it'll be okay as I'm about to knit you into a scarf for a fucking asshole. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Oh, thank God.
All right, pretty good. So,
Listen, with the ones, I was worried.
so over the next unknown amount of time, because it's hard to tell how much time passes in the underworld.
Is Alma just standing there while I knit?
He's not like watching you. Like he's not like hovering over your shoulder, but he is in the area. He's like off to one side, not paying attention. Eating a gray apple because he's an asshole.
Ew. Can I engage with him in conversation while I knit, or am I entirely focused on my knitting of the river sticks?
Oh no, you can engage him in conversation if you like.
Okay. how did you get here? Or why did you come here, of all places?
Oh yeah, I guess you weren't there for that. So I was having a fight with my dad, and your boy toy Kato just decided to come out of nowhere and slash me with my dad's sword. Special thing about my dad's sword, it's specifically designed to kill immortal beings. So Kato killed me, and I ended up here.
Rowan's doing a piss poor job at hiding her smirk.
Yep. But
Only she had that
luckily,
shortcut.
luckily, at some point, the old god of death, I don't remember his name actually. It's weird. He apparently he was killed, and so this whole realm was free for the taking. The new god of the dead, that what's her name, Raven bitch, she's stuck in something called the Shadowfell, whatever that is.
Yeah, not very
So
nice.
being the powerful gent that I am, I decided to take this place for myself. Here I am.
He's a powerful gent with enterprising asshole, and it works just as.
It was an opportunity, and he seized it.
So for somebody with all this flair, you chose literally the world's most boring gray place.
Oh, I didn't choose this place.
I mean, you chose to take it over.
Well, yeah, it was either take it over and rule over this boring ass place, or go find a cave somewhere and wallow in my own depression or some shit. I'm not gonna do that. That's fucking stupid.
I like how sometimes he goes from like mature adult to just like angsty 15-year-old boy who's just
Yep.
like, it's fucking dumb. Oh god, that's so much like Rowan. Oh no, they're similar. Ah.
You found your
That
soulmate.
the best villains are those that are just a little
reflection.
too similar to the heroes.
Oh no. She just like shudders at the small realization, moving on. Well, I can't say you didn't deserve it, so. Also, how are you gonna send me back?
Well, I mean, it's a bit more complicated than you might think, but uh, basically, to put it in layman's term, if you if there's no afterlife that wants you, then you'll just haunt the material plane, and then once you're a ghost, you can just go find your body and possess yourself.
Will I be me? Like how I was before, if I'm possessing myself? Is it the same thing?
Probably.
Alright, you're new.
Yeah. There might be a couple kinks you have to work out, but it'll probably end up working out for you.
So the Marina Loth wasn't lying when it said that I was here because nobody wanted me.
He just kind of gives you a shrug and he says, Why do you think I stopped caring so long ago?
Doesn't but you have your dad.
Yeah, my dad, who raised me to be a creature of war and destruction, and then when fate decided I wasn't needed anymore, my dad locked me up at the bottom of the ocean on another plane of existence. Great father figure.
You're welcome, by the way.
Oh yeah, I guess I never really thanked you guys for setting me free. Thank you.
Late for that one.
You think you could have been slightly nicer to us after we freed you from the bottom of the ocean?
Well, you guys did take away my wolf body, so that was kind of annoying. I mean, honestly, I didn't really care about you guys at all. I was just going there for what lay behind the door. But then your friend Vanya decided, hey, what if I just put a black hole in a bag? And then I became this. And I thought about lashing out and killing all you guys right then and there. But that would have been too easy, too boring. So I decided to fuck with you guys instead. And it was fun. So thanks
Yeah.
for that as well. Thanks for entertaining me for so long.
Yeah. This was a real pleasure. Thanks. You know what? You're the whole reason I'm even down here. Also, as I'm knitting, I'm using my lovely charisma coercion with these knitting needles to try and convince these souls to change to a really, really aggressive shade of pink.
Okay.
Oh god, you didn't. I know exactly where that advice came from.
Yes, you do. And it was great advice.
Oh,
Well, I mean, they try. It's just more of a lighter shade of gray.
Well, maybe once he leaves, it'll look pink. It just looks gray down here.
Assuming he can leave.
Yeah. But I'll always know, in my heart of hearts, that this is a neon pink sweater. Or scarf.
Yeah.
And it will bring me a small, small, small inkling of joy.
I'm confused. Last time I checked, you were alive when I got sent here. How am I responsible for you being here?
I guess I can't point a knitting needle at him because they're currently weaving, but you're the one who lied, or maybe not lied. Anyways, you were messing with me, and you made me talk to Kato. Then after I did that, whole series of events leading me to doubt everyone, which then ends up with me on that battlefield, not trusting in the one god who's always had my back because I'm worried that I'm asking for too much. And so I asked the wrong person for help. And then I died. And then when I died, I'm going to just assume. Well, I guess not. They don't even need to assume. The whole reason I'm here is because Paylor didn't want me anymore. So, from A to B to C, your fault.
Seems like a lot of degrees of separation. I think more likely Paylor's a stuck-up dick, and one wrong move and he tosses you aside. I think he's the reason why you're here, not me. I gave you self-doubt. Ooh. Please. Everybody's got a little bit of self-doubt in them. Plus, that whole talking to Kato thing, that was just because I was planning on killing him first, seeing how he could see through illusions. So, I thought I'd let you get a chance to confess yourself before he died. How was I supposed to know he was going to pop back up an hour later like nothing happened?
Well, at least I can be satisfied that you ended up dead somehow.
Yep. And honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I'd rather be here than what's going to happen anyway.
What do you mean?
Wait. You don't know?
No, what? I'm dead.
No, I mean, like, Kato never told you? He never shared with you guys my father's plan?
No.
Oh my god! I thought I was the deceiver. That's hilarious. Oh man.
What's happening? What's going to happen?
My dad's gonna do the same thing that he did back in the day. He's gonna betray his friends. Gonna betray all the gods. Not just the quote unquote evil ones.
But why?
Because he cares too much about you people.
But why does he need to betray all of them?
Because last time when he picked favorites, eventually we came to this situation. It didn't get better out there. All out war once again. So, no more picking favorites this time. This time everyone's gotta go.
But then there's no one. Then there's nothing. Then
Yep. And then there's just you people. And you get to decide your own fate. That's my dad's dream. Mortals just being mortals.
but where will they go?
Well, if they resist, I mean, I told you, my dad's sword, designed to kill immortals. Otherwise, they might just get imprisoned. Like the betrayer gods back in the day.
And if they go willingly, I don't think they will. But if they did,
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they go willingly, they'll be locked up. And they can just live out eternity in their own little pockets. just like the betrayer gods. Separate but equal.
Huh. And when is this supposed to happen?
Not sure actually when. Could be few decades of fighting. Could be in an hour from now. Depends on how successful my father is in his endeavors.
What does he need to do before he can, you know, begin?
Wish I knew. That's one of the things that my dad never really talked about was the inner machinations of his plans. Guess that's one of the reasons why he kind of tossed me aside is I wasn't exactly subtle.
You don't say. So, wow. Okay. That's interesting.
How's that garment coming along?
I don't know how far along am I?
You've kind of like zoned out as this kind of this new bit of information came crashing down on you. But you're not that far from being done.
I sort of like move so he can't see what I'm doing, and I'm just like, I'm almost done.
All right.
Speaking of betrayer gods, is she down here?
Who down here?
Just like turns and looks at him with like a really like, really?
What?
Do I need to spell it out for you? Who do you think?
You see him kind of like have like this very deep concentration like thought, and he eventually looks at you and says, I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
How old are you?
You know, that's actually I haven't really been keeping track. It's hard to tell how old you are when like the calendars change.
And you don't. What? Wow. You really aren't as smart as I've pegged you for. Okay. Anyways, Drow? Spider Queen? Have you made the connection yet?
Oh, that bitch? No. No, she's in the abyss.
No, I didn't mean down here specifically where we are. I just meant, you know, I don't know, I guess I assumed down here when I just not material. Wow, we were down in the abyss for a long time. Really glad
Like,
that didn't happen.
wait, like down, like is she on the material plane? I'm confused. What are you exactly asking?
I just meant, is she around, you know, these parts? To me, anything that's not the material is everywhere else.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure, like, what her plans are. I haven't really spoken to her in a while. So I don't know if she's on the material plane or not.
Didn't your dad and her have a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just remember the Arcart saying that once, but we never
Yeah.
really got anything on that. There was a lot going on at the time.
Do you not know where babies come from?
Oh my god. Zzz. Plural, there's multiple. Yes. That was just, the R card was just like, girlfriend. And we moved on because, there was a god seed
Yeah.
and stuff happening.
Yep.
So I
And-
was just,
And she makes her plane on the abyss, where there are demons, and I'm part demon. Are you making the connection yet?
I was just looking at him like with her really just like face, like She's like, I don't like all the connections I'm discovering between us. I wish I had task. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't think she ever forgave me for choosing him either.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Yep, never mind. Moving on. All these things are being enlightened on.
It's a custody battle.
The whole campaign's all about, we're gonna go to court at the end.
Cosmic Court, let's go. All right, around
With
this
the
time.
Honorable Judge Judy.
Oh God. Around this time is when you complete your scarf.
I just sort of hold it up in front of me and look at it, make sure there's no issues.
Yeah, it seems pretty good quality. If you didn't know who it was going to, you'd be proud of it.
Still proud of it because I fucking wove the river, but So what does this do exactly?
Great question. Let's find out. And he puts his hand out for the scarf.
She's just like kind of clutching it to her, like, do I really want to give this to him? Why did you ask me for this? You obviously must have some inkling of what's gonna happen.
Well, with war and destruction, there's a lot of lost souls that go about. The river Styx moves the souls. I'm thinking maybe a garment made from the river might give me some power over the river. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go insane from the crushing weight of millions and millions of lost souls. Maybe I'll become more powerful. I'm just crazy enough to find out.
Or maybe he just gets a dope pink scarf.
So, do you give him the scarf? Tori, you're muted.
Sorry, I was sneezing.
Ah, okay.
And it was very loud.
Gotcha. So do you give him the scarf?
If I give this to you, I get out of here. You do everything to get me out of here as soon as possible, and I don't become a worm ever again.
Well, I can definitely help you get out of here. If you die again, once you get out there, You might pop up as a worm again, but if you do, and you make it back to my palace as a worm, I'll turn you back into yourself again. How about that?
But you won't turn me back into a worm this time.
Oh, no. Why would I turn you into a worm? Then I wouldn't be able to talk to you.
What, the creepy screeching isn't to your appeal?
Ugh. So, like, at first it was kind of humorous, but then, like, it got old really fast, and now whenever I have to talk to one of those things, I always revert them back to their original form. It's
Are
easier.
you lonely down here?
Yeah, probably.
Do you not remember what it feels like to be lonely?
Well, for the longest time, I forgot what it was like not to be lonely. Forgot what it was like to have friends, companions. And then I met all of you fine people.
Is he just jerking my chain again?
Make an insight check.
This motherfucker. 24.
Let's see here. All right. Strangely, he seems quite genuine in this moment.
My god. You know, all the issues aside, I guess you're not terrible. Well, you're terrible, but not terrible. You know?
Thank you, Rowan. That means quite a bit.
Had you not been such an asshole, we could have been, like, actually good friends, you know?
I thought we were good friends.
We're friends. Although I did knit you a really great scarf.
Which you still have not given to me.
He's still just kind of clutching it like, God, I really don't feel like this is a good idea. She's like, as much as he seems to be like kind of genuine right now, she's like, fuck, this seems like such a terrible idea to give a man the power of the river fucking Styx. God, this is so bad. Slowly reaches out. So first she reaches out her hand, just she's still holding the scarf, but she puts her hand out to shake.
Alright. He will shake your hand.
And while holding then his hand shaking, she'll hand him the scarf.
Thank you.
Bardic kicks me into the river Styx. No.
uh,
So funny.
he wraps the scarf around his neck. And you see him kind of like, almost like, take a moment as he's like feeling out the scarf, like spiritually.
Are you okay?
She's trying to see if it vibes with him correctly.
Vibe checking the scarf, yeah.
He's vibe checking the scarf. And he says, "Huh. So, I actually have a couple of options for you.
Because of the scarf?
Yes.
Oh, that's good, I guess.
So, there's the way that I initially theorized, where I can just send you back as a spirit, and you can try and find your dead body.
What if I don't know where my body is?
Hmm.
Because I sort of just died on the ground somewhere, I think in front of Vasselheim, but I have
Well,
no idea where it went after that.
seeing how spirits are often pulled by things that they like and enjoy, you'll probably be taken to uh what you care about most, which would be your friends. So if they don't have your body, then good luck finding a body. Um
Can they see me as a spirit?
that is
Can
a
they see me
great
as a spirit?
that is a great question. Anyway, the second option, I can send you back to an empty vessel. I can't control what empty vessel. So I don't know where you'll end up, but you'll at least have a body.
Okay. And that's it?
Those are the two options, yes. I guess I could also send you to a different like plane of existence, but I have a feeling you don't want me to do that.
What if no, not really. What if I know of an empty vessel? Can you send me to a specific empty vessel?
Hmm. I can try.
Oh, fuck.
No promises though.
Are you gonna ruin our friendship?
No. I'm using this as a way to also check something else.
You know, I almost forgot about that, Tori, until you mentioned it.
Because other Tori mentioned it first.
I said it first in the girls' chat.
Yeah. Is every lost soul in the river Styx?
I don't know about every lost soul. Most lost souls.
Do you feel like you can sort of feel the souls in the river?
Uh, I can feel like I can probably like commune with them, uh, influence them in a bit, but it's almost like you know when you're on the beach and and you try to like make a like a little sandcastle where you have to get like sand wet in order to pack it into place.
Never built a sandcastle before, but I'll take your word
Oh
for
wow,
it.
that is really depressing. Anyway, it's kind of like trying to make a sandcastle out of dry sand. It's it just I need to figure out how to, I guess, a lack of a better phrase, wet the souls.
Yeah, maybe come up with a better phrase.
Like I
um,
said, I literally just put this thing on.
I know, I watched you put it on. Um, well, I'll take the first option of just going back and finding my body, I think. because I don't want to be put into somebody else.
Okay.
But I have a request for you since we're friends.
All right.
I have a friend, 2 friends actually, that I lost a long time ago. Well, actually, I don't even know how long it's been, but it's a. And their souls were taken from them when we tried to go into a god seed. And Ayun said that they weren't lost forever. So maybe they're in the river somewhere?
Wait, you went into a god seed?
Yeah, remember when I said we talked to Darkheart and then told me about your mom and your dad and,
You didn't say anything about a god seed.
I said we had just come out of a god seed, so we didn't get to expand on the story between your parents because things were happening at the time.
I must have missed that detail.
Anyways, yeah, your dad has that, by the way. We went in and got it for him because Kato and somebody else was in there, so we went in to get them out.
Oh man. He really is a genius, that fucking asshole.
Yeah, we've done a lot for him. A lot. But then at the same time, he sort of saved us sometimes, so it's really
Well,
icky.
I'll take a look to see if your friends are in the river, but far as I know, if you don't survive the god seed, you don't exist anymore. So, no promises.
Well, Ayun said they were out there somewhere, or something about them not being lost forever, so I have hope.
Well, I mean, she would know.
She would.
Alright, well,
Do you need like a description, or are you just gonna vibe check the souls?
no, I assume you
Yeah.
describe the two of
Rona
them
and
to 'em.
Dasani, yeah.
Oh, those two! No, yeah, of
That's-
course.
No, the other 2 that died in fire.
Rowan's
Yeah.
other 2 friends.
Yeah.
Uh,
All my friends are dead.
oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll take a look, but no promises.
That's fine.
Anything else before I send you back to your friends?
Thanks. And I guess if ever you are feeling lonely, I mean, I point up for some reason, but do you know where to find me? Surprisingly, not that different.
Well, fairly certain I can't leave this place, but if I ever figure out how to, I'll pay you a visit.
Can I visit you down here without dying?
If you can figure out a way to get to the underworld without dying, yeah.
I'll keep an eye out.
Alright.
Oh, anything else I should know about your dad before I go up there?
I mean, all around, just don't trust the guy.
Well, that's fair.
And, don't trust your friend Kato either.
Uh.
Doesn't make sense how he didn't die when I killed him.
Well, there are multiple of him. So,
That's intriguing.
he's also not from here. Here being this timeline or time. I don't know. There's a lot going on there.
Okay.
Should I be worried about what happened to me in that pit, by the way?
What happened to you in the pit? You have like this feeling that maybe you should keep that to yourself.
When I stole the sticks, you know? Is that, like, am I gonna be haunted by the tiny person I stole the weaving tools from?
Anything that you encounter down there probably won't be able to follow you out. I don't know. Since I've been here, nothing's come out of that hole. I've thrown a couple people into it, and they've never come out, so...
One in her head's like, yeah, no, I saw them. Saw lots of them. Okay, well then everything should be fine. Thanks again.
Be around, Rowan. And he starts to seem to concentrate some energy, and you can feel, for the first time since you've been here, this kind of sense of overwhelming depression start to leave you. And
Gives
just
him the
as...
small wave like she did for Kato when they left.
Yep. And just as you're about to leave, he says, "Oh yeah, Rowan, one last thing. I like the color pink." And then you disappear.
No, why did you make me like him? God damn it.
Alright. Jumping back to the rest of the party. You all feel yourselves solidify as the ship finishes its teleportation. And you see that you are floating in a snow-covered valley, fir trees lining either side of the valley. And at the northern end of the valley, you see a natural carving of what looks to be a face in the side of a mountain, with twin waterfalls coming out of the vague eye hole shapes of the face. For those who are in campaign 1, you should recognize this place.
Don't miss this place.
No, not at all. Like, I don't miss it.
No.
Don't want to
No,
be
we don't.
here.
No. I want to leave.
Don't want to be here. Stupid obelisk. Stupid Underdark. It's all stupid.
Stupid crawling king.
Stupid crawling king. Haven't thought about that voice in so long. It's all I could think about tonight.
So, what is the party doing as you all kind of like not realize how tense you've all been, and now that you're not in the middle of a cataclysmic battle for humanity and the plains, and you're just kind of flying in the north alone, you all kind of let loose the tension. You finally have that sigh of relief. What would you like to do?
You know, that's a damn good question.
Rest, regroup, and make a plan.
Rest, regroup, recuperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me. I'll
Ugh.
find a good place to cast the mansion then.
All right.
Athos, are you going back now?
So, you guys kind of are you putting the mansion outside the ship or inside the ship?
Where do you guys think would be a good place?
Are we gonna bring all the goblins in?
I mean, yeah, they have their own room now.
Oh,
Gotta offload them eventually.
Well, now we're in a... Can't offload them here! We're in the middle of nowhere! We're stuck with them.
At least with Grace, she's at least intelligent. The rest of them.
We just do it in the ship, yeah?
The goblins
Yeah.
were intellectually fractured. Grace was emotionally fractured.
Yeah, at least with Grace, there's intelligence there, and we can work with the identity issue.
I'll cast it inside the mansion.
Inside the ship.
Yep, that's what I meant.
All right. Casting mansion inside the mansion. You cast the mansion inside the ship. Easy enough. And you all head into the mansion, informing your goblins so that they can join you inside as they run into a new locale to destroy.
I'm gonna
Hi.
herd them out of their room and lock them in there.
Okay.
So they can stay in the mansion.
Yeah, at least they're destroying stuff that is temporary.
Yeah.
True.
All right. Athos says, "Well, it's been something.
Yeah.
It was nice meeting
Before
all
you
of
go,
you." Yes.
Before you go, one question. What is this place that you brought us to?
Oh, so yeah, this is a place called the Tears of the Father. You'll find at the base of the mountain, the mouth of that large naturally carved face. You'll find a cave that leads to the Underdark. I guess I don't recommend it. Every time we've gone in there, lost some people. So I'd stay out of there if I were you, honestly. Just kind of stick to your ship. But yeah, other than that, this area is relatively safe. There were some giants here a while back, but we took care of them. So should be a nice peaceful valley for you guys to rest up in, collect your thoughts, figure out your next plan of action, and go from there.
Thank you for all your help.
Where are we in relation to the city?
To Vasselheim, about a week north of Vasselheim.
Alright. I will say, if you happen to find the body and we miss something, let us know.
Yeah, sure. I'll look out for a dead drow elf.
Thanks. Sorry
Yep.
for all the trouble we caused.
I mean,
Honestly, at this point, this just feels like a weekday at this point.
I honestly, I wouldn't take it like too personally. Shit like this just seems to happen sometimes. If it didn't happen from you guys, it would have happened by somebody else. You just kind of have to just kind of roll with the punches.
We take a lot of punches, guys.
Honestly, I'll take any situation, any relaxing situation over prison any day.
It's true.
Now,
It's a good point.
while he's been talking, Athos has been drawing his teleportation circle. He says, "Well, assuming Vasselheim survives, and I survive, if you're ever in the area, and are a little bit more subtle, swing by. Be good to see you. I'll try to set it up so you don't get arrested again, but no promises."
Yeah, I mean it'd be nice, but I'm
Yeah,
not expecting much.
Yeah, it'd be good to see the city in a
Yeah,
standing format, and
you'd probably like to go home.
I would like to eventually.
If you need anything, just get a hold of us. Or if something continues to go horribly wrong.
If you absolutely think that we could actually be useful to you, let us know.
Or if you need somebody to cause a lot of trouble and be a distraction, I think we'd be very good at that.
I'll keep it in mind. Alright. Catch you on the flip side. And for that, he finishes his teleportation circle, and the small portal appears in the center of the circle. He jumps through. A few seconds later, the portal closes, and the magical circle that he had drawn on the floor of the ship magically disappears.
Something.
Rest then plan.
Yeah. Let's go rest.
Alright. As you all start to leave Axiom, I'm assuming you've kind of stepped back into the helm just for at least a little bit. And as you are about to stand out of the helm to head to the mansion with everybody else, you notice that another life form has appeared on the ship, and it's in this very room. I just remembered that he mentioned something about his cat, and it's
Yeah, I was
probably
just gonna say that. I think
yeah,
pulled away.
yeah. I guess I didn't register that as he had to step away. I thought it was more like your cat, Josh, who just kind of steps on the keyboard sometimes.
He just lays on the space bar mostly.
So, for you all in the helm deck, we'll just say that Axiom tells you that there's somebody else here.
Where?
And he kind of points, and he points to a section of the room that there's nobody standing
Design sense.
I'm gonna go send Watcher to investigate.
there. All right. You sense with your divine sense a single undead. Nestor, what you missed, just as the party was about to head into the mansion to rest, you notice another creature has appeared on the ship after Athos left.
Concern.
And you've already told the party, and Saga just used her divine sense. And so yeah, Saga, you notice a single undead in the space that Axiom pointed out.
I'm gonna go over there. And I'm gonna, like, wave my hand through the space.
All right.
Like-
You feel a strange chill
Mm.
as you put your hand through the space, but you don't feel anything else.
I don't know what to do with this information. I was gonna say there's undead right here and like move my hand like up and down and around like here, gesturing the area.
Weird.
Axiom, would you like to focus in on that creature and identify what it is? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, you focus in, and the creature is a ghost, and the ghost is Rowan. And that's where we're gonna end it tonight. Ghost Rowan.
Ghost Rowan.
Oh god, it's a roast!
God damn it.
Or it's going.
Oh,
Either
God.
way, we're going to end the stream here tonight. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next week.
Good night.